Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you a game that was played by Magnus Carlsen and Bill Gates in 2014. So this game, Bill Gates was playing as white and Magnus was playing as black, and Magnus Carlsen had only 30 seconds on the clock starting the game. So Magnus had to beat Bill Gates fast, and he did it way too quickly. So let's just get into the game. The game started off with e4. Bill Gates started the game with e4, and then Magnus played knight to c6. Now e4 was is an opening that Magnus has seen a lot in his career, and you do not want to play e4 against Magnus. But Bill Gates, he played e4, and then Magnus played knight c6. Now here Bill Gates developing his piece, knight to f3. This is a amazing move, developing his knight. So far, so good. Okay, and even people say that Bill Gates is around 1600 elo or something like that, but I don't know exactly how much elo he is, but we'll see. Magnus plays d5. Now, Bill Gates has two choice. Actually, three choices. He can either just ignore the trade, he can either take, or he can develop a bishop. So in this position, the best move would be e takes d5, e takes d5, or just going e5. These are the two best moves, and Bill Gates played the worst move and played bishop to d3. Now this move has a bit of problems. Now the problems here is that you cannot develop this pawn. The d pawn is restricting your bishop from developing, is also restricting the central development that you can get from the d pawn. And this bishop is basically just getting blocked by this pawn, so he's not even, getting the full potential out of this bishop. I mean, if he had just gone here, he could have just, gotten this knight pinned. I mean, anything could have happened at that point. But he played d3, and now Magnus played knight to f6. Now you might see a pattern in this move. Magnus Carlsen is trying to get these two pieces forked by taking the pawn on e4. And if Bill Gates doesn't move fast here, then he's going to get forked. So he can either go this e5, which is the best move, going e5, which is the top engine move, going to e5, or he can just get his bishop out of the way, or maybe just do something to prevent this fork would be better. Bill Gates played e takes d5. Now Magnus Carlsen takes with the queen, and now his heavy piece is in the game. Magnus Carlsen has developed his queen, and now Bill Gates goes knight to c3, which is a great move, kicking out the queen. And Magnus here thinks that Bill Gates is playing principled chess, like he's developing pieces, he's going to the center. Like you can see here, he put his pawn to the center, he's developing pieces, right? The Bill Gates is playing principled chess. So Magnus thought that there is a chance that Bill Gates is going to castle this way, the king side. So Magnus went queen h5, just so that if Bill Gates castles, there is an attack on his king. And Bill Gates does exactly that. Now here, you might know exactly what Magnus Carlsen is trying to do. He's trying to go knight to g4 and checkmate the king. But there is a problem here. This pawn on f3 is protecting the pawn on h2. So he cannot just go here and try and checkmate. Instead, what he has to do is get rid of the chances of him going h3 and getting rid of this knight. So if he goes knight to g4 straight away, he's going to have h3. And if Bill Gates plays h3, there's no attack. Then Magnus Carlsen basically has no attack, and yeah, the whole plan is ruined. He's gonna have to go back. Bill Gates can just play rook e1 and just like he's winning. So if Magnus cannot play knight to g4, sacrificing his knight, what he can sacrifice is a bishop. So he plays bishop to g4, pinning his knight to the queen, and of course he's going to take the knight, and Bill Gates plays h3. Now this is the exact move that Magnus Carlsen wanted from Bill Gates, and here Magnus played knight to e5, blundering his bishop. Now this his bishop is literally just free. He can just take it. And then once this knight takes, Magnus will try to get the pawn on Magnus will try to get the knight on f3, and he will try and win this. But his plan can just fail if Bill Gates plays rook e1. There's still just rook e1. If he plays this, then Magnus Carlsen has no attack. Let's just ignore that this knight exists. So here, Magnus Carlsen blundered the bishop, and Bill Gates takes the bishop, and Magnus goes knight takes g4. And here in this position, Bill Gates played knight takes e5, hanging a checkmate in one move. Thank you for watching.